welcome to another episode of Learning Discussion on Smart Nursing. My name is Nesevi as usual. On this particular episode, I want to let you guys know about an amazing news, a very good news that has just been released on the NCSBN website for nurses and then international nurses. Okay, NCLEX may just be taken at home in the comfort of your home, the comfort of your space, with all the calmness and all the serenity that it requires. Okay, this is Smart Nursing, a channel where we do nursing tutorials and then we talk about everything that concerns nursing. Okay, so the NCLEX, as we all know, is a licensure exam that is taken to become a registered nurse, or what we call the RN. You need to take the exam known as the NCLEX. Every country has their own examinations they conduct for their nurses that gives them license, it gives them the authority to practice as nurses. Okay, in Ghana, for example, you need to take the NMT licensure exams. So in the US, it is called the NCLEX. We have the NCLEX PN and we have the NCLEX RN. Okay, so as at today, NCLEX is usually taken in NCLEX centers approved by Pearson VUE. All right, now they are exploring possibilities of taking NCLEX online in the comfort of your home. However, they're going to be, technology scrutiny. They're going to make sure that technology is so high that they can detect your environment, they can scan your IDs, they can also detect objects. Okay, so you don't think that maybe you're writing the NCLEX from your home and no one is watching. No, AI will monitor you bit for bit should it come to play. Okay, so for international nurses, for now, especially Africans, before January 2024, NCLEX was only taken in one center in South Africa for the whole of Africa. And so if you want to write your NCLEX, you have to travel all the way to South Africa from whichever part of the African continent you find yourself. Now, January 2024, they added an additional center, that is the Pearson VUE, added an additional NCLEX center in Kenya. Now there are two NCLEX centers in Africa, in South Africa, and then in Kenya. However, just recently, the good news popped up on the NCSBM page, hooray, which says that possibly from 2026 they are exploring options. Okay, the options are high, the stats are high, the probabilities are high that you may be able to take the NCLEX exam from your home. What does that do for you? It gives you comfort, it reduces your cost. African nurses, international nurses, especially from Africa, who wanted to take the NCLEX, most of them had to travel all the way to India to take the exam because there was only one center in South Africa, which usually gets booked several months ahead. India has several centers. They usually had to travel all the way to the India to go and take their exam. Okay, so staying at home and taking your exam obviously is going to reduce costs for you. Okay, now that's the processes that you need to go through briefly before you get to the stage where you need to take your exam. So for those of us who are hearing this for the first time or coming across this video for the first time, you need to first do what we call credentialing. Okay, you need to certify your credentials and then you need to register with a board of nursing. Okay, then you need to register with Pearson VUE and then book your exam. Okay, now the intervals between these stages takes about 6 months to 8 months. Okay, whilst you are starting the credentials and you need to start preparing yourself towards the exam. There are so many NCLEX tuitions that you can, take advantage of if you're ready. All right, there are also online channels like yours truly that can help you with content mastery. Okay, because with NCLEX, it's all about knowing your content. Once you know your content, you're good to go. No matter how or whatever angle the question is directed from, once you know your content, you can always answer the questions. Okay. There is nothing like true and poor, as he said in my country, in this exam. Okay, you need to master your content. You need to be able to explain why a symptom is what it is because of a particular condition. You need to be able to explain a particular drug is preferred to a particular drug, so you need to understand details. Okay, NCLEX pays attention to details. So while you're waiting for those credentials, then you can actually start your classes. All right. So, like I said, you need to do credentialing. There's many organizations that can do your credentialing for you. Okay, you can use CGFNS, you can use JSA. Okay, and there are so many others of them. Now, if you're interested in this, let me know in the comments. I can refer some coaching agencies with you, refer some tuition agencies with you that can help you. Now, you can do this on your own, which is what we call self-sponsorship, or you can do it through an agency. There are so many agencies that are recruiting nurses for the US. Okay, there are also some that are doing direct hire, some are staffing agencies. Okay, so all these things need to be explored. If you want to know more about this, let me know in the comments. I can give you some guidelines to what exactly to do. Okay, but I'm just here to tell you quickly that there is good news. NCLEX, most definitely, fingers crossed, will come straight to your house. Okay, it is a very, very good news. And then I think international nurses should embrace this with all the happiness and all the jubilation that there is, because it's not easy traveling all the way from your country, boarding the plane, acquiring visas all the way just to go write an exam and come back. Okay, so this is a good news starting from 2026, even though they are not clear of when exactly they'll start, the stats are high, the probabilities are high. The God willing, if Jesus doesn't come, 2026, NCLEX will go online. Obviously, they will pilot this with, you know, some countries, some places, and see if it will work. Then it can come to a beautiful Africa. I'm not talk about Africa now, I'm an African. And I know that everybody will be happy, okay, because unlike the other exams, this has to be taken in a specialized, accredited center, okay, that is only approved by NCSBM. All right. So that is it, my people. NCLEX may just come to your doorstep. This has been Smart Nursing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking our videos. Share this good news. Share it with your friends. Share it with someone who you think is a potential USRN. Like, share, subscribe, give us a thumb up. Okay, we will see you in our next video. Bye bye for now. Love you all. Bye.